Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Before watching this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Now let's start this video. Does maritime law apply on land? If you work on the water, whether as a longshoreman, an oil rig engineer, or a cruise ship employee, you might run into a problem at some point. It could be a work-related injury or some kind of dispute. In this case, you may need a maritime lawyer. The laws that cover maritime commerce and other activities are complex, so it's important to consult with an experienced maritime attorney for help. Maritime law, also called admiralty law, is a group of laws that govern anything that occurs on the sea or navigable waters of the United States. This means that any issues that involve a vessel on the ocean, such as a ship or boat, are under maritime law jurisdiction. If someone gets injured or killed on a ship, for example, the case may be tried under the maritime law. It also means you may have a maritime law claim if you are injured on a jet ski or fishing boat. One of the most common questions we get from maritime workers is whether maritime law applies on land. Also known as admiralty law, maritime law deals with legal issues related to the ocean, seas, and navigable bodies of water in United States such as rivers and lakes. As maritime law governs the sea, generally, any incident that occur on navigable waters are subject to admiralty and maritime jurisdiction. If there is a question about whether an inland body of waters qualifies as navigable, note that it does if it can support maritime commerce and either empties into the ocean or goes through two states. Whether an incident occurred in the Gulf or Mexico or the Mississippi River, it likely falls under maritime law jurisdiction. Admiralty and maritime jurisdiction can be a difficult topic to comprehend, especially if you are not familiar with the history behind it. At one time, the United States Constitution allowed only the Supreme Court to hear admiralty cases. But now, years later, both federal and state courts can hear some admiralty cases, which should make it easier for you to get your case resolved as soon as possible. Note that certain cases, such as those involving a maritime line or ship foreclosure, can only be heard in federal court. Keep in mind that the decision of which court the case ends up in depends on the laws involved and is not up to the people involved in the case. As mentioned, just about any case that takes place on navigable water likely falls under admiralty jurisdiction. Whether you were injured during a cruise in the ocean or you lost a loved one who was working on a ship at sea, your case might fall under maritime law jurisdiction. To find out for sure, contact an experienced maritime lawyer who can go over the facts of your case and let you know how to proceed. The history of maritime law goes back many centuries, as seagoing peoples needed to be able to resolve disputes. Modern maritime law covers a broad range of issues, from how maritime businesses are allowed to operate to what responsibilities a ship owner has to its workers and passengers. While maritime law covers issues that happen at sea, it also covers land-based commercial activities that are maritime in character. For example, the Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act provides federal compensation protection for those who work in harbors, ports, and shipyards. Maritime law also applies to marine insurance, which protects against things like cargo losses and damage to ship and cargo vessels. Maritime law is very broad, covering many issues and activities. It frequently addresses work-related injuries and death, but it also covers non-injury related issues from loan defaults and mortgage disputes to property laws at sea. Here are a few of the most common issues addressed under maritime law in the United States. Maintenance and cure. Working with heavy machinery and equipment on a moving vessel comes with inherent risks and dangers. Even with the best safety measures in place, worker injuries are common. Maintenance and cure provide relief to injured seamen. Maintenance provide workers with funds to survive on while they recover, or usually 15 until 30 US dollar per day. Cure provides payment for reasonable medical expenses. Maintenance and cure benefits apply to both land-based and at-sea injuries or illness as long as the worker was in the service of the vessel at the time. Maintenance and cure benefits are paid out in addition to what a person can recover for negligence or unseaworthiness through Jones Act claims. Workers who are forced to sue their employer to collect maintenance and cure benefits may also be able to recover legal fees and, in some cases, punitive damage. The next is the Jones Act. This law provides remedies to seamen who are injured due to their employers' or co-workers' negligence. Some examples of possible Jones Act claims include situations where an employer fails to provide a safe place to work or life, fails to provide adequate medical care, or fails to rescue or search for a seaman who falls overboard. The next is Death on the High Seas Act or DOHSA. When a seaman dies because of an employer's negligence or because of an unseaworthy vessel, the worker's family may file for benefits under the Death on the High Seas Act or DOHSA. A Death on the High Seas Act suit must be filed within 3 years from the date of the seaman's death. Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act. This law provides federal compensation protection to harbor, port, and shipyard workers who are injured regardless of who is at fault. All employees of harbors, ports, shipyards, and similar environments are protected under this act. Even clerical workers and janitors. An experienced maritime attorney can help you understand the specifics of this maritime law and whether you may have a claim. Maritime law is a highly specialized field. Only an experienced maritime lawyer has the knowledge and experience required to ensure your case is handled properly. Whether you were injured on a cruise or lost a loved one who was working out at sea, you may have a maritime case. Find out for sure contacting attorneys. They just need to be attached to a body of water that does cross state lines or country borders and also can be used for interstate and foreign trade. After the distinction is made, it then falls to each court individually to determine if the distinction holds. As with some bodies of water, it's a gray area where the state lines are drawn and hammered out. In other cases, it can be a clear distinction, so the state or country can easily make a decision. If you are embroiled in such a case, it is always best to contact a maritime lawyer as they will as they will be able to clear the distinction up for you. Sometimes the bodies of water may not be so obvious as to be able to make a clear distinction, but a specialized lawyer can help you wade through the murkiness. Okay everyone, that's all this article today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until the next one, bye bye.